All right, good morning, everyone from Monterrey, Mexico. I'm Aaron Heifetz. I'm the press officer for the U.S. Women's National Team. And with the news this morning from the White House on Megan Rapinoe being awarded the highest civilian honor in the United States, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, we've organized this impromptu virtual session with the one and only Megan Rapinoe. So thanks very much for joining us on short notice. We're on a bit of a time crunch, so we're going to just start with Megan saying a few words on the honor, and then we'll take as many questions as we can. Megan.
Everyone's asking in the chat about recording.
We'll take care of it.
Okay. Just want to make sure the people get what they want. I don't even really know where to start. Obviously, I think everybody read the press briefing that went out, so you kind of know how it went down. But I just want to echo again. I keep saying I'm just shook. I'm totally overwhelmed, and just completely honored by this. It's really hard to find the words to express how special this is and what this means to me. And I said in my quote in the briefing that I just can't help but think of, all of the other people that I feel really have a part and deserve a part of this medal. Obviously, my family, all of my friends, Sue, the entire extended family around the USWNT national team, from every single former player to, the offices in Chicago, to the team I have around me right now. None of this is possible throughout my entire career without everybody. So I'm so thankful to everyone. And just thinking, my extended team beyond that, Jess, Dan, Mary, everyone at Wasserman, my family at Nike, everybody who's been with me really my entire career. None of it's possible without all of you. And I think just going on this kind of journey for myself, I just think back to these, incredible figures that I've been able to walk in their path. Obviously, Colin Kaepernick, you're so brave, and you gave us all the path to use our voice and to step outside of ourselves. Alicia Garza, Opal Tometi, and Patrisse Cullors for giving words to, a movement before it was one. You created this and have been the most amazing mentors and have guided us all this whole time. Thank you so much. Billie Jean, the OG, short-haired, wild-ass lesbian. You really opened so many doors and set the stage for so many of us. The Williams sisters, Serena and Venus, for just being unapologetically great and yourselves and doing it all at the same time and shouldering so much. There's just literally a million more that I could say, and I feel like I'm not here without any of you. So I feel like this is obviously being awarded to me, but this is really for everyone. And like I said in my quote in the press release, I am as motivated and inspired and invigorated. And during this time, unfortunately, it feels like by necessity to keep walking this path with so many others, to keep fighting, to keep putting us and equality and freedom in front of everything. It's literally the point of life to be able to walk in your truth and be who you are. And I'm just incredibly honored. Thank you to the president and to the entire White House for bestowing this crazy honor on me. I can't even believe it. So if I've missed anyone, I'm sorry, but kind of get the gist. I'm just thankful and full-hearted and still a little bit shook. So.
All righty. As Megan is going to Washington, D.C., let's go to Steve Goff first from the Washington Post. Go ahead, Steve.
Hi, Megan. Congratulations. What you've always been about more than what's on the field. Your personality and missions have transcended the game. Getting an award like this in the big picture, how do you see this as part of your mission going forward and balancing sports and I imagine more so with your advocacy and causes?
I mean, I just see this as a validation of all of the things that I've stood for, and not a validation for me, but it's a validation of, LGBTQ AI plus rights. It's validation of Black Lives Matter movement and a movement against the white supremacist power structure that we have. It's a validation of women's rights and of equal pay and of abortion rights and of trans rights and everything that, myself and so many others work so hard for. It's a validation of all of that this is the most important thing. And, while of course, what I do on the field, I'm so proud of and, have loved my playing career, that has given me the opportunity to talk about all of these things that really, truly do matter. So I feel like I'm not one, you guys know, to talk about haters and all that. And it's not really about the haters. It's more about validating this push for equality and the rights and freedoms for everyone. So I feel like it only works to bolster and to strengthen so many of those interconnected movements that we're kind of all a part of. And I hope that it can educate people in the process. I think that, because I'm an athlete and because, I play in the U.S. Women's National Team, I've been able to reach a different swath of people and so many different people than I would without the U.S. Women's National Team. So I think kind of all of that together just really shines a beautiful light on so many movements and so much of what we've been doing here as the U.S. Women's National Team, for equality and equal pay and just generally putting humanity at the center of everything. It's not about winning. It's not about awards. It's not about anything. It's about everybody being able to be their full selves. And I feel like this is a moment that and I hope, so many people really feel that from me, that I feel like this is a moment where we can all take a moment to celebrate just how far we've come and understanding we have a very long way to go, but just how far we've come. And I hope that we're all so proud of the work and the progress that we've been able to make.
Excellent. Let's go to Jackie Gutierrez. Go ahead, Jackie.
Thanks. Hey, Megan, congratulations on the award. I know the last time that we spoke, or you were with the media, it was just kind of heavy with the overturning of Roe versus Wade. And so just as you talked about using your voice and talking about these important topics off the field, how do you just hope for this award to kind of be like this, some sort of awakening for people to just really ignite toward change? And how do you just hope to see that impact others as well?
I mean, I think as always, I hope to show people a path that they can take, if maybe give them a piece of knowledge or education they didn't have before, like so many have done for me. Show them that it's worth it and that it's not scary and you're going to be okay. And there's so many people that are with you and walking in this movement and in this fight together. And, maybe provide a shield of sorts to some people. For whatever reason, I feel comfortable being out in front and center. I seem to thrive in it a little bit. So if I can, help other people walk in that, step into their power, understand that you don't have to be me to make a difference. You can make a difference in your family, in your community, in your school, and, in your workplace, whatever it may be. And I, have hopefully been able to set a good example for, adults and kids alike, that using your voice and standing up for what is right is never the wrong thing to do.
Let's go to Andrew Jones. Go ahead.
Thank you, Aaron. Megan, how do you feel about receiving this medal with Simone Biles at the same time with it, in terms of that wonderful award for her and you at the same time? And what's been the best reaction so far, since it's been instant, that you received for having this honor?
I mean, being able to stand next to Simone, obviously an American legend in so many ways, on the gymnastics court and off of it, however you say that. I will be, if I could be Simone Biles' red carpet that she could walk across, I would do that. I think that she's incredible, and it's so deserving, and, everything that she's had to shoulder, off of her respective field or whatever is absolutely incredible. I'm such a huge fan and just inspired by her all the time. It was probably me and my mom and my dad's reaction. I called them first after I talked with the president. It's just disbelief. Like, I don't even know. We were both just like, what the is going on? Like, this is so insane. Obviously following politics the way that I do, and understanding what the medal is and what it means, and what that means for our family and my family to be able to, basically win this or be awarded this medal. And they're all going to be at the ceremony as well. So we just at this moment, like, what the F is going on? This is so insane. And just trying to, enjoy every moment. Like I said, I think so many people deserve a part of this, but I really deeply feel that I am not anywhere near this position without my family, my mom and my dad and my brothers and sisters, and I have obviously a huge family. But they've been with me, rocking with me every step of the way, and that's my core support system, and I just couldn't be prouder to be their daughter, and I think they feel the same way about me.
Awesome. Let's go to Steph Young. Go ahead, Steph.
Thanks, Aaron. You mentioned being a shield earlier for other people, and I think your shield took a couple of dings for a while, especially earlier on when you were beginning a lot of this speaking up. And I just wanted to invite you to reflect on the difference between then and now, and the journey you've been on, in terms of how you feel maybe speaking up may have changed things for the better, at least at US Soccer, and how much of that was internal as opposed to external to you.
I feel a little bit now like, you can't tell me nothing. So I'm petty, so I obviously have to bring out some pettiness. It's been a journey. Obviously, it's been a long journey, both personally, with my family, with the relationship with the, top brass at US Soccer. I always felt so much support from, especially the people around me and that I, work with on a day-to-day. Aaron, I have Betsy sitting right to my right. I'm probably going to cry if I talk about it too much, but literally since I was 16 or younger, just, supporting and being there, and particularly in the very hardest moments. I never felt alone here. So I'm very thankful for that. Love you, Aaron, so much. I think really early on after kneeling, when everyone was so mad, it just clicked very early on that, like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. This is exactly the way that I'm supposed to be doing it. People are so mad about nothing that Colin was talking about, and nothing that I was supporting Colin in kneeling with. They didn't want to talk about police brutality in our country. They didn't want to talk about our, long and cruel and brutal history that's based on chattel slavery and, just the denying of the rights of so many people. They want to talk about the military. They want to talk about the flag. They want to talk about patriotism. And I think just early on, I think that really solidified for me the path that I was on. And for whatever reason, I think I got my thick skin from my mom or from my dad, from my family. But I felt comfortable even in the chaos, and I knew that it was sort of my calling or my path, or I knew I was exactly where I was supposed to be. And I have an incredible support system around me, both friends and family and people that I work with, that have helped me and, helped shape my voice and guide it. I obviously, I mentioned Colin. I think even going back now, the way that Colin spoke the very first time about police brutality and why he was kneeling, it's perfect to this day. I'm so thankful for Colin. I'm so thankful. I mentioned, the women who started the Black Lives Matter movement, who I know personally now and I consider friends and mentors. Forever thankful for them. And it's like, I got shit. Like, I can't even imagine, being a queer Black woman in America and starting this movement, what they got. So I always felt I had an incredible amount of privilege that I was walking with. I'm obviously white. I play a predominantly white sport. I represent the United States of America, and I am very insulated in so many ways. So I felt like because of that, and I think because of, my sort of natural personality, that I could take the risks that maybe others couldn't take. And I could put myself out there, and, I always believed in myself on the field, and I always believed that I was going to be able to prove whatever I needed to prove on the field, and that would outweigh anything that I was doing off the field. And I think whenever you walk in your truth like that, and whenever you show up for the right things, I think good things happen. And, all along, it's funny. I mean, I think people talk about how difficult it was and how controversial it was and how much, hate I got or whatever, but I never felt any of that outweighed the support that I was getting, or the, I guess the support from so many different, avenues. And I think in the end, the only, especially in the beginning after kneeling, the only thing that I needed, not validation from, but the only people that I was trying to do right by, was Colin and Black people in America and, the sort of larger movement. So that was kind of always my North Star and what I felt my responsibility was, because I wasn't speaking on behalf of myself. I was speaking on behalf of so many others. And so that's where I took my cues from. That's where I learned from. That's where I got my strength from. And I tried to do right by them. And I think in that, I did right, period.
All right, we've got time for a couple more from Meg. Let's go to Donald Wine. Go ahead, Donald.
Thank you, and Megan, congratulations. I know you've had quite a big week, right? And it's been up and down. Going back to last Friday, the last time we heard you spoke, but also you've played 2 games since then. You're in Mexico preparing for, Olympic and World Cup qualifying. And in the midst of all this, you're getting the most prestigious award that an American citizen can get. No soccer player's ever done that. When will you have time to kind of weigh down the magnitude of all that you've been through to this point and just getting that medal on July 7th?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I mean, probably in like 20 years or something. God, I don't know. I think probably getting older and, coming back to this team in the way that I have. I mean, it's like, I know I'm getting older. I'm talking about, I'm in a reflective period of my life. But I do feel like I am. I feel like I'm really enjoying and appreciating being back here and appreciating this moment and appreciating, where I've been and how far that I've come, and, just all the people that are with me and that have been on this journey forever. I don't know. I feel really present in this moment. I'm going to be able to celebrate with my family, which I think makes it so real. It's not going to feel like, oh, I just have to like jet out of here, go to this medal, and then like come back. Like I'm going to be, with my family, most of my family, the ones that are able to make it. And, obviously coming back to my second family, which is this team. And I know a lot of the faces have changed, but the vibe is there, and being able to, I talked about Aaron earlier, being able to celebrate this with him and being able to come back and celebrate this with, Kelly, who's been here with me forever, and Alex, who's been here with me forever. And I'm definitely going to cry when I talk about Becky, but I mean, they know, they really understand what it is. I mean, they have done it, they're in it with me. They've done it for so long. We've been in this together. And Becky in particular has just been like literally with me the whole time and put, herself in front of me on numerous occasions when she didn't have to do that. So, just knowing that I have that love and trust and support here, being able to celebrate with my family, and being back with the national team, it just, I don't know, it just all seems right. And I can't wait for everyone to be able to put the medal on and, celebrate with me. I've never been a kind of person that wants to celebrate by myself. That just doesn't even make sense to me. There's an amazing J. Cole line in one of his songs. He said, the lyric has the N-word in it, so I'm not going to say it, but he said, "What's the point of first class if my brothers can't sit?" And I just always feel that so much. I want to celebrate with everyone. So it kind of feels like the right moment, and being able to do it in a tournament setting that actually matters and, has something riding on it. I think it's going to be super special.
All right, running out of time here. We got time for a couple more. Let's go out to Seattle. Jacob, go ahead.
Thank you, Aaron. Hi, Megan. Congratulations on the award. Relating to that, how cool is it to be having that ceremony and celebration with your family a couple of days after your birthday?
Yeah, I know. It's actually kind of crazy. It's the ceremony's on the 7th, which is obviously 2 days after my birthday. It's on my brother Brian's birthday, which you guys know how much that means to me. And yeah, my twin sister's always going to be there, my mom and my dad. Not everyone can make it, but a big delegation from Reading will be coming. So, I mean, it's just like, it's all kind of stupid. I just really can't even put into words, what it all means, and being able to share this with everyone, and, being able to go together. And, obviously I want to say, thank you to, U.S. Soccer and Kate Bavlacco in particular. They made the decision for me, to be able to have that support, knowing that, especially knowing I'm here with the team in, a role that is less about playing a lot of minutes, but more about, the impact that I can still make on and off the field, for them to, just fully appreciate the moment, and to, understand how much that meant to me, and to have it mean that much to them as well. It's just, everything is just really special right now.
All right, we're going to go one final question, and I think that'll go to Jonathan Tannenwald. Go ahead, JT.
Thanks, Aaron. Megan, what does it mean to be the first soccer player to win this award, and going to a White House with a fairly big soccer fan, with the president and the presidential part of it? No, we're feeding.
I mean, it means so much. I mean, I talked earlier about, all of the people that I feel like have a part in this. And, I said everybody that's played for this women's national team, but you got to think back to the biggest names. I mean, for me, the Mount Rushmore of women's sports is Billie Jean, Venus, Serena, Sue, and Mia Hamm. And none of us would be here without them. And none of us on this team would be here without, Mia and Julie and Brandy and Michelle and Lil and, Tiff. It's just like, Kate. It's just like I could literally name all of them. Brian Escurry. Like, I mean, you want to talk about trailblazer at the time. Bri was way ahead of her time and cleared so much path for so many of us, for all of us. So I feel like and Abby, of course, to be able to represent all of us means so much to me. I think obviously even going through the lawsuit and, coming out on the other side with a new CBA and a settlement, understanding that while everyone isn't going to be participating in the current contract or didn't capture everyone in the settlement, like it is everyone, it's for everyone. I've always deeply felt that. This is a thread that runs through every single person that's ever played on the U.S. Women's National Team. I'm incredibly proud of the way that this group and this generation of players that I'm in has made a point to bring everyone, I feel like, back in and to really appreciate what's come before, because this group of women is incredible. And this group of women have truly been a part of changing the world, not just in women's sports, but in life in general. So to be able to continue to, wear the crest and have the States on my shirt and represent, the entire history of the U.S. Women's National Team, obviously just means the absolute world to me. I hope I'm doing right by everyone and making everyone proud. And I hope everyone, who's ever played for this team or been into a camp or even got one call up, understands that this is for all of us. It's not just for one player. Is that it?
And that.
You guys, I'm going to the fucking White House.
And that is it. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.